Hey, hello. Oh, happy. A little bit late New Year, but yeah. Back to streaming as usual. It has been a little bit of a while. So last time in Galaxy Princess Zorana, we found some alien lady who wanted to get whipped. And I think I want to do that. Just for the fun of it. Even though it might not be the best for the campaign, but I guess the campaign might be a little bit of a pinch at this point anyway. Either way. Let me load the game and get on my place. Alright. There's one thing I want to try out actually. Because we just loaded. I want to see like how the proposed engagement thing works. Even though she's pretty mean, but I want to see how it works. I like the style of these aliens. Not so much the like potato looking ones, the green potatoes. She was like hinting about marriage, but probably not in this sense. But let's see how it works. Then load the game if it fails. Political alliance through marriage. The social empire is built upon a web of alliances. As Empress, my consort would be elevated to the highest rank. Surely she's not going to like this. Stop right there. Are you asking me to marry you? Why in all the stars would you do that? Well, like her, like the aesthetic, the personality. Well, maybe it gets better. Who knows? Like she's very like, well, to the point kind of person, but I don't hate that. But she's also a little bit rude, which I don't like. Marriage is a bond for life. Whoever I choose, I'm going to be with them for a very long time. I should at least pick someone I want to be around, and you are a beautiful woman. That's true at least, but like personality, no comment. You have unusual taste, but that's irrelevant. First off, I don't want to marry you. I don't want to marry anyone. I'm not interested in relationships. Well, I guess makes sense, like she's very business. I'm not comfortable with becoming consort when I have done nothing to earn it, and it wasn't my goal. I don't appreciate unearned rewards. However, if you give me the power, I will use every trap. I'm more qualified to be Empress than you could ever be. I'm not going to sit back and sip tea. I will push for my ideas, whether you like it or not. And the most important thing, I absolutely refuse to have offspring. I don't want to be a parent, and I don't believe any infant should inherit an empire just because of who their parents were. I guess like she's not like Intel saying no at least anymore, but not promising. Well, she already said she didn't think you were qualified. That just confirms it. As Empress, it wouldn't be difficult to have children without your spouse's approval, but it could make for a very tense marriage. Katral leans in closer, peering over her spectacles. do you still want to make me your consort? Well, it would be a vote at least. Like the Emperor might be in a pinch if it requires getting like offspring or something, but I don't really care about that. As long as we don't die. And well, it seems kinda bad though, the relationship. Kinda bad. I have made my decision and I'll take my chances. I want you for my consort in exchange for your vote. Also wanted like a ton of power, so that's like interesting to see how that will pan out. She'll be like some kind of like evil empress. She cocks her head in a hero-like manner. Then I agree to vote for you. Of course, if you fail to win the election, then I will consider you to have defaulted on the engagement. There will probably be some sort of consequences for that, but that's nothing compared to all the other problems you will face if you lose the election. It doesn't help to worry about it now. Understood. Like this is like probably the only way we can get this vote, and well, this is kinda cool at least. Probably not the best, but probably honestly the best we have seen so far, I guess. Hardly the romance that a girl dreams of, but perhaps it will get you both what you want. Imperial proclamation, you are now engaged to Gdar. Hope somebody didn't like that, I guess. Somebody didn't like it, but well. Oh yeah. Hello chat. Nice to see you. It has been a while. I have been on the holidays. Also have been busy doing game design. Some secret projects. I don't think she wanted like an advisor position, so how did this work? I want to get combat, so I wanted to bounce between these, I guess. Hello, nice to see you too. It's going pretty well. I was somewhat relaxed during the holidays. There were like half a dozen kids, and there were like 16 people or something in the same building, same house at one point, but it was noisy but fine. I could relax, grinded kanji, studied Japanese and stuff. Made a snow mermaid. Spectacularly, I didn't work at all, like that's kinda the first in a while. But it was nice. You're still here. I think we want to stay put. While Jubilee festivals are being held all across the Celestial Empire, you are personally obligated to host a celebration here at the Heavenly Palace and entertain a selection of dignitaries. Let me actually get the gamepad. Hopefully it works this time around. Okay. Opening ceremony will be broadcast on the feeds all across the empire, but the media skill actually coming handy. Let me hydrate right off the bat. Some discount hot drinks, like the holiday kinda drinks, now since they are cheap. If nothing else, you look lovely. This should help boost your profile. The representative of the Emperor's legacy, you are required to make a speech, but first you must acknowledge your guests by welcoming the delegations from the 4 primary imperial races. And that means you have to choose what order to acknowledge them in. It is absolutely guaranteed to please some and enrage others. Which group do you welcome first? Okay, let's think. Like Mercans are like the main race, I guess. And the Hero are... The Hero are the... Like, is there like a lore button? How not stats? Like one of the like the leafy kind of green dragon things are they Hero? I don't remember anymore. Oh well. The more probably safe to live for last, I think, hopefully. I think we are losing the Mercan votes anyway, so maybe we can just sack them. Like do the other ones first. Like we are in the Hero, so welcoming them first would be kinda hopeful at least. I don't know. Something like this. No idea how much it matters in the end. Once everyone is assembled, you receive your cue to speak a few words. I would like to thank everyone throughout the Empire, our communities, friends and neighbors for coming together to celebrate this jubilee. We are in a time of transformation and we all share sorrows, but we still have much to be thankful for. We do not forget the past, but we maintain our sense of hope and optimism for the future. We who stand in this room are only pieces of a much greater whole. Each of us are representatives of faiths, of organizations, of cultures, of sciences and arts. It is through our different contributions together that we create the foundations for the Celestial Empire, the great masterwork which is admired throughout the galaxy. Like my own impression is that like the people think that the Empire is kinda great. Please everyone step forward and enjoy. The music swells and guests begin to circulate. Everything is going smoothly. At one point, a military drill squad is in crisp dress uniforms demonstrates a sequence of synchronized rifle tossing and spinning, demonstrating their precision and skill. Well, hopefully we don't get murdered. However, as the hours play on, your energy flags You have so many other things that you need to be thinking about, and keeping a smile on your face is becoming exhausting. Fail. You wonder if you can casually slide off your dance slippers and step into a more supportive suit. Your feet are launching a rebellion. Okay, now we are back to training chain skills. I wonder if 50 is enough. We'll probably be doing this anyway. Maybe it will save us from being assassinated. Like survival skill is also like, I think there was the quest from the weird child cultist that probably needs it. We want chain skills. Yeah, there are a lot of skills. A lot of skills and skill builds you can have. I have no idea how long the game is in reality. But I'm expecting it's not too long. So far I have been doing like a social butterfly kinda build, I guess. I think we surely need at least 50 chain to do the whipping thing. Now that you are officially engaged, you and your intended are required to submit genetic samples for compatibility testing. Not all interspecies matings can create viable children, especially if partners are already of mixed origin, but she didn't want them anyway. Genetic tests can also reveal if a couple is too closely related to be healthy. Considering your heritage, that's very unlikely to be a problem. Sometimes people do find surprise half-siblings, but that's kinda unlikely. Like we are like half Mercanon, half like Crystal No One or something. Well, the green leaf dragon is pretty different from that. If there's a problem, there are workarounds. Some issues can be corrected through artificial selection. External genetics can be brought in or clone children produced, and there is always the option of concubines. Well, I guess we could have a clone child, like that's an option I guess, but well, we can send a child to a school on some planet, like that's what happened to us, I guess. Surely the next Empress will do the same thing. It's important to know all the potential complications before committing yourself to a lifelong alliance. Once you're married, you can't change your mind. Taking the sample is a quick, painless process. You'll get the results after both samples are analyzed and various statistical models run to determine possible outcomes. It's very irrelevant though. Very irrelevant. Okay. Save, I guess. Okay, so these had some kind of weird quest. And this is the bow whipping target. chop a duck. Let's see how the quest works. The regent electors of Pane Stui requested that you access restricted databases to retrieve the latest imperial information and developments in low-gravity environments. They have asked that you do this personally and quietly, leaving no trace back to them. Let me get my seat a little bit closer. I think last time it was said that we can just do it via the princess. You don't know what exactly they are looking for, or what they plan to do with the information. You can't guess what the consequences might be if you succeed, or if you fail and are caught. Are you ready to make this attempt? Get cracking. Or if it fails, we just load, I guess. Sit down at your private terminal and begin pulling up various programs. Truly secret systems can't be accessed remotely, not even by an emperor. Every branch of government has multiple offices within the Heavenly Palace. Hidden somewhere among those are the secure network terminals and hard crystal reports that are only available to a trained few. From your terminal you can pull up public records about staffing, cleaning schedules, and other allocations, and overlay the information you have about how such things are organized in order to pin down the most likely access points. With that in mind, which branch of government will you target? It's too risky to go after all of them. And you don't know precisely what Starlight Needle and Robe of Ice are looking for. They might refuse to honor the bargain if you can't provide any useful information. The Commerce Department is likely to have lower security than most other divisions, though it's not immediately clear what information they would have about low-gravity environments. Notes on how gravity affects construction stresses, maybe data on mining gas planets. It could take time to find anything interesting, but if you're caught, it would be easy to pass off as idle curiosity. There's obviously going to be all kinds of data about low-gravity experiments in the science labs, but there are a lot of labs and a lot of staff on duty at all hours. Considering what happened with your father's experiments, the science department will want to help you for your own protection. You can get information, but it will be hard to do it secretly. The Galactic Relations Department might have information on species known to live in low-gravity environments, or on star systems that contain only low-gravity worlds. Is that useful? Future colonization plans would definitely count as top secret. Seeding a new colony means changing the balance of power in the Imperial Comitian. There is a pending offer from the Grip to form a new colony with Imperial cooperation. Are the regent electors looking for secret information about that project's potential? But that planet wasn't low gravity. It doesn't seem connected. Military does train in low gravity environments. There might be top secret techniques or weapon developments available. But that sort of data is definitely going to be under guard. Yeah, this game is like very political intrigue in a way. It's also interesting. Might have to play several times to get a good ending. I don't know if I have the time for that, but I'm having fun though. The game has like so many like alternative scenarios, apparently. And is it really a good idea to give military secrets to a pair of such nobles in a sector that barely even qualifies as backwater? Whose data will you attempt to access? A galactic soldier is gravitating galactic. I think they probably want science or military. But we have like no skills to do sneaky stuff. It might be impossible to actually complete this quest too. Outside of an actual imperial crisis, the Galactic Relations Department is not a round-the-clock operation. On the off-shift, people lock up and return to their quarters. All you need to do is bypass a lock, well, there's just no way. Unfortunately, you don't have enough skill in lockpicking to manage it. Oh. Yeah, I thought so. Well, let's just load. It's a waste of a turn. I have no idea though what we exactly need to do. It's kind of a bummer that you can't do like anything, like any interactions really. But she is like more positive now, at least. I think she was leaning negative. But that is an improvement, so maybe it won't be like totally unhappy. Hopefully it will affect like the ending or something. What are the star things? I guess nothing, they are just decoration. Guess we can do the survey thing. Imperial Poll. I guess the Red Kings are people who are voting to the rival. Or are they? I guess it's who's voting for the rival, right? What does the symbol mean then? Or does it just mean that they are having like a negative opinion? Hostile, okay. Oh, I closed it. Well, probably doesn't matter too much though. I don't think they are allergic exactly. Multiple threats against your life though, I guess because they are hostile now. So to avoid any potentially hazardous situations that might be exploited. Consider carefully whether anyone you know might be an enemy. I guess the marriage was very risky. That's not ideal, they changed the mood. I think we'll just load again. Well, I don't know if it matters that much. Let me see. Like, these are the ideal ones for combat. Mood changes like how well you can like learn skills. So I want to learn combat skills, so I would like to be like here ideally. This is like minus the combat. This is like no go for combat. On the other hand, it is plus the stealth, which could be handy for the quest. So that's a possibility, I guess. This is also plus the stealth. So we could visit the anti-wellness pet and then go this direction. We would ultimately get here. We can pick up stealth skills while at it. Something like that. So let's visit this. It will make us negative. I think it is required value, most likely. I don't think it rolls a dice. I might be wrong, but I think it is probably required level, and if you pass, then you pass. It was probably like that in Long Live the Queen. I don't think there is much we can exactly do. We can look at the survey again. Rogue only has like 2 anyway, and one of them has already voted the other one, so we probably don't even need to go to Droga. I guess like marrying her made Chapadok unhappy too about us. It's kind of problematic. Might not have been the smartest move exactly. It's maybe just barely possible to get enough votes, but it's tricky. There's still here one where we haven't gone. Alright. To the secretive direction then. Oh, what did happen? Where is the log? Pull up in your room to record your most secret thoughts in your private diary. You are so focused on your own feelings that you are completely unaware of the intruder in your room until you feel the garrote around your neck. Hope, there we go. Instinctively, your hands come to your throat. I guess I can read it here. Clawing at the cord and trying to pull it away from your windpipe, but the thin garrote is already pressing deeply into your flesh. It takes only moments for your vision to go black. Rip, I guess. Well, that didn't take long. Well, this is how this game works. Zorana died. Luckily we have save files. 3 different skills, yep. Hmm. I think we can probably just load game. Do I play Pokemon? Well, I have played Pokemon in the past a little bit, but haven't played in a good while. Like the last ones I played were Game Boy Advance. It has been a good while. Okay, well, I wonder if we are doomed then. Guess we'll end the social turn. These were combat, so we'll go here. Oh, and one of them becomes you in... Oh, let me hydrate. What language do I speak? My native language is Finnish. I do speak English though. I try to speak English at least. Like the accent is probably still a little weird. I can read Japanese, but not really speak it. Also I can listen and understand. Informal duel. You are unbound to accept. Well, I guess we are getting a new way to die then. I guess the marriage is a mistake. Submission challenged has the choice of weapons. This sort of fight is usually performed with long swords. Some prefer to use just their hands and feet. Chain. I think I took like a little bit of weapons. He has 0 swords, so let's try this, but I guess we are dying. You know basically nothing about how to fight other and what you have seen in dramas. Still, you're a princess. He's going to be afraid to hit you too hard. You can dance around a little bit, throw a few punches, and then yield when you have had enough. Guess we are going to die. It pretty much feels like that. You bounce on your feet, shaking your fists, like you're beating an invisible drum in front of you. You don't even see his foot move before the impact snaps your neck. Rip. Okay, that was fast. I guess you need combat skills to survive in the long term. Yep. Okay. I guess we are in a pickle then. How bad is it? Like we can rewind quite a bit more back. Let's see. We know what skills we want at least, and we want combat anyway. This was turn 28. 27, 27, 25. Load like 25 or something. And then let's see. Ah. Oh, I am a girl. Well, for what it's worth. How far is this back now? Are we on the map? Okay, it's not too far back, but it is still a little bit. I guess we could just try to undo the marriage too, like that might be enough, but we do have the personal quest for this character, but I don't remember anything. Previous selectors clone a child. Or this actually the one who wanted the whipping? I don't remember. Oh yeah, this is when we played the board game, I think. Yeah, that's probably how it went. What were the skills at this point? Media was still at 50. I think we want combat ultimately. What is the mood situation? The mood is here, so it's kinda good for that. I think we'll just end the turn here. These were all pretty hard, I guess. We didn't go here at all. Or like there was the pandemic here. More pleasant business. Yeah, this we saw last time. Wasn't particularly exciting. The opera. Oh, we changed the mood though. Oh no, it is still the same. Alright. Guess we are getting combat skills then. The blade was useful for that event. Probably reflexes would help too. But maybe we can't do it just this. Maybe the marriage is like better to leave until the end. Ideally, like you get a lot of enemies, I guess, when you marry. Like everybody who hates the person will become an enemy or something. Might have seen this too, or not sure. Both planets are dominated by ocean, with small land masses, so cities are never too far from beach, and now support thriving colonies with a focus on pleasure and recreation. Rennek. Rennek is a warm summer paradise of nodding palms and gentle breezes. Young adults cram themselves in the touring ships for whirlwind romance and wild alcohol-fueled parties. The wealthy retire there to sleep in the sun. Guatim attracts a different crowd with its odd skies that are perpetually gloomy by day and sparkling by night. Bioluminescent organisms are common and the seas shimmer with strange colors. Xenia had big plans for a meditative retreat on Guatim to celebrate your graduation from the Isinka Academy. Yuanxi and Vasily would be staying in an underwater resort with messages and trance-induction classes. Getting in touch with your soul resonance, that sort of thing. Vasily would rather be relaxed on the Rennek beaches, but Vasily never bothered to make the plans. Of course, the way things are going now, it's not likely you'll be able to keep Xenia's plan either. Rennek has the larger population of the two electors to Guatim's fun. Although it's still only a colony world, and no other individual colony rates 2 electors. Both planets are known for their entertainment options and relaxed lifestyle. Would it be better to emulate that or to impress them with your own pomp and circumstance? What theme do you want for your reception? I think we have like a little bit of economics help, but not too much. Art is 0 skill, so that's not going to happen. So formal and traditionalities, I guess. You are not here to be just another giggling adolescent at a beach party. Strict enforcement of protocol should remind the guests of your importance and emphasize the seriousness of the situation. Of course, gracious tolerance for those who struggle with rules is a sign of generosity. You instruct the staff to lead by example and provide gentle support to smooth over any lapses. As the guests are largely standing still and murmuring to their close companions, it is easy for you to make your way through the crowd in search of the electors. Praneka is one of the electors from Rennek, an older Mero woman with a son around your age. You have met her before when her family was visiting her husband's relatives on Kedro. Not just visiting, there was some discussion at the time about whether it would be good for the son's future to attend your boarding school and make connections in the merchant system. You had to show him around and made some foolish comments about his eyes. It was a few ago. It doesn't matter probably. Wen, short for Wendell. That was his name. You don't see him with Praneka at the moment though. Perhaps he didn't attend. Praneka's husband certainly isn't here. He died about a season ago. Although she's not looking your direction, the tips of Praneka's cat-like ears perk up as you draw nearer. She turns to face you. This is probably like one of the like half furry people like from the Mau planet and then combined with something else. I have no idea how long a season is. Maybe it is a month or something. Let me hydrate. Well. Welcome and well met, Your Imperial Highness. I'm so happy to see you. What a lovely party. Thank you, it is a pleasure to see you again as well. How are you and your son doing? Is Wendell here tonight? Oh no, he's not in the best of moods at the moment. I thought it best to leave him at home. The loss of his father must have been difficult for him. I guess it is relatively recent. Maybe season is like a quarter of a year or something. That would kinda make sense, I guess. Yes, a terrible tragedy for us both. Actually, you don't think she's very sad about it at all. Reneka reaches up to adjust the pendant hanging around her neck, one sharp fingernail sending it swinging. Wait, it's moving. Those little legs, those pinching claws. That creature is alive. Someone has drilled holes through the arthropod shell to attach the rings of a golden chain. How long can it last like that? Of course, you have suffered your own loss so recently as well. You have my deepest sympathy for the death of your father. Empire will never be the same without him. For better or worse. There's something odd in the way she looks at you when she says that. Sympathy, perhaps. But it's more than that. It's the look of someone who thinks she knows your secrets. Oh, Grandmaster Empathy, well, that would be something. Which secrets those might be, you're not sure. Do you expect to have the opportunity to visit our home on Rennek? I suppose that depends on how the negotiations go. You don't really have the time for a beach getaway unless it's necessary to win a vote. Reneka smiles at you expectantly. She's waiting for you to say something more. Weather, of all things. But who cares about the child really? That's a very unusual pendant. I designed it myself. Places the palm of her hand under the unfortunate creature's legs, allowing it to stand for a few moments before dropping it back into helpless dangling. These are all a little problematic. This will sure anger her. This is probably more neutral. Yeah, it is pretty. It is kinda weird, but let's just, I don't know. This is probably like kinda neutral. Attack. That's interesting in a way. Like how it works. Those pincers look like they might hurt. Does it ever try to attack you? These lesser creatures aren't smart enough to have friends or foes. It can't think or choose. It will attack anything in front of it. Well, that's kinda scary too. The chain keeps it facing away from me. Those pinching arms can't reach behind. So my bosom is safe. But anyone else who leans too close will get their nose nipped. Is she being flirtatious? No, she wasn't flirting with you. She was boasting. She's proud of her display. Compliment her bosom. Poke the crap, but that's going to get us killed. But I don't know. At least we have the skills to do this. I believe your cleavage is dangerous enough even without the guardian. I thank you, your highness, Corinne. I sense that her feelings toward you are neutral. I guess this is a neutral Corinne. You part with Brennica and go in search of the other elector from Brennick. Probably not like the most polite way to end the conversation, that remark, but oh well. Oh well. When you first encounter him, you think you're seeing double. Two handsome merchantmen dressed in matching floral silk shirts stand together, shoulder to shoulder, their heads bobbing in time to the music. One is the elector you are seeking, other is his husband. They are certainly not identical, they are not even related, but they look similar enough that if you had only a description to go on, you could not tell which was which. Well, I guess it happens, like when you get married, you start to look a little bit like each other sometimes. But there are like a lot of like queer couples, at least in the game. No idea if the romances actually go anywhere though. Haven't seen much in that regard. And we got killed for getting engaged. Even the names are closely aligned. Radomir and Radomil. Perhaps that coincidence encouraged them to cultivate their resemblance. I guess there's also an option to change your name, but no idea if the aliens like to change their first name. You wait expectantly until the actor detaches from his companion and comes over to greet you. Your Imperial Highness, it's really amazing to have you here with us. It's like totally an honor. And not sure like in what sense. His eyes look odd. Has he taken some kind of chemical? It's my pleasure to be here and to meet you. Is this your first time, or have you been to this sector before, like in the flesh? I have never had the chance to visit. Oh wow, you have got to calm down and like see the waves for yourself. We can be your guides and show you all the best games. Oh, they sound like kind of like surfers or something. You didn't come to this sector to play games, but you need his approval, so you smile non-committally. Have you ever played on a Starfall team? No idea what that even is. Starfall is popular in the Mercan system, but a very rough spot, even in the watered down version, played by students and amateurs. At professional levels, being struck by a falling star is quite often fatal. Okay, that's a little bit of a yikes here. Like maybe it's like the American football, like that's also very rough, I guess. But not that rough. Yeah, I wonder if that is a way to die. Could be a quest, I guess, to play it. We have like no athletic skills, if you can't even get those. That's, I guess. Oh, there is sports. So I guess it is a possibility. Falling stars. Your boarding school put you all out on the field once or twice as part of your regular exercise routine, but with the star replaced by a puffball and so many rules that not even a nose was broken. Hardly an authentic experience. Still, some men enjoy the chance to explain sports to an inexperienced girl. Well, I guess that's how it goes. Act innocent. We can do that, I guess. Pretend that you're on a team, but no. Let's try this, I guess. You widen your eyes a little. I never really had the chance to play. I was always curious, but I don't know if I'd be any good at it. Okay, that's a risky way to go about it. So I guess it's probably saying that I have no abilities to do this. So we have got to get you out on the field. He grins at you. After a few more pleasantries, sent him back to his husband, remarking again on their oddly mirrored smiles. Hostile. Okay, that's a big yikesy. That's a big yikesy. He's going to get me on the field and get me killed, I guess. The last elector, the one representing Guachim, takes some time to locate. Not only is he standing off in a corner, but he is facing away from the center of the room, her feathered wings shielding her face from her view. You only pinpoint her at last when her companion heads back into the main body of the party, carrying their empty plates. Perhaps the elector is shy. All her aides and health make her wary of crowds. Still, she does not look your way. You will have to announce yourself. Madame Elector. Now that's a look, I guess. It is like half like one of those bird people and half something else. She turns to face you, bringing with her a wave of sweet scent, as if she had been baking pastries until the cigar infused her very pores. Her hair and clothing flutter and sparkle. No, it's not her hair, it's insects. Moonflies with glowing wings, which crawl freely over her dress and extend their hollow tongues to taste her skin. Why? Oh, your Imperial Majesty. I guess it's the butterfly thing, yes. Majesty, that's not your correct title. That style of address is only for the Emperor and Empress. Is she declaring her allegiance, or is her mind wandering? You You are even more beautiful than your pictures. Such perfection. She reaches her trembling hands toward your face. Surely she's not going to murder us, at least, like we are in a different timeline without the risky marriage. Mindful of her age and position, you hold still and allow her to gently stroke your cheeks. I remember when my own was so young. Let me hydrate. This close, intense fragrance of sugar and vanilla almost makes you sneeze. Princess Zorana, my sympathies for your father's passing. I remember my own. She looks away and sighs, a deep huff that shivers the wings of her glowing passengers. For so long you wait and think that they might come back. When they visit your bed, you scold them for making you worry, but then you open your eyes and they are gone. You don't know exactly what she's talking about, but it seems that it's affected her more deeply than your father's loss affected you. Maybe like marriage problems or a dead partner or something like that. Thank you, you're very kind. Faster than you could have imagined, the mournful expression transforms into a crackling, wrinkled smile. Oh, that's a smile and a half. Never too young to get started, are you, heir? What is that all about? We could be a family, you know. That's how she came. The union. Mother, a woman's voice calls from behind you. The companion you noticed earlier, apparently Elector's daughter, returns carrying a pair of glasses. I'm a star. See how she shines. The woman steps protectively close to her mother, who pats her shoulder. I'm fine, my dear. The princess and I were just getting to know each other. I don't know like why, but something about this feels a little weird about this person. Did you get the sparkling wine? Lovely bubbles. You have made your introduction. Perhaps now is the time to retreat. Please enjoy the reception. I will speak to you again later. Elector doesn't even seem to hear you, now staring intently into the liquid of her drink. Neutral of all things, when the green was not a happy green, I guess. Alright, we are going to the dual territory to train combat. I guess we'll stay and gather information at least. I think we saw this before. Like this is the opera basically. I'll just skip it. Raise the Empire is probably what we did last time. Okay. So combat it is. Just raise these two for starters. Surely like 25 blades is not going to be enough to save you from some murderer who is probably pretty good at swords. Okay, this guy is hostile right off the bat. Is that like, well, just give up? Probably, I guess. Okay, let's save like here. It is a different timeline. So let's negotiate and let's see what's up. Private conversation with Brenica. Brenica spears an olive on a claw tip, then pops it into her mouth. Why be hasty? Election hasn't arrived yet. Anything could happen by then. I see no need to tie myself down to a position. She chuckles throatily. Perhaps. Raises a single finger. You are familiar with Milan, elector of Ketro. I think one of the guys who voted for the other candidate. Who was the other candidate? I don't remember if that was Milan, but this is surely somebody who doesn't like us. We have met, yes. She leans forward, a hungry smirk stretching across her face. I dislike him. The reasons don't matter. Well, I guess that's fine. That's fine, I guess. Not one of our supporters. I want you to take a public position against him, denounce him, cast him out, stamp him with the Imperial Seal of Disapproval and ruin his day. Well, we can do that, but it's on a different planet. Do that and I'll pledge you my vote. I see. I hope to hear from you again soon. How soon is that? But this is doable, and like, I don't think there are big downsides to this exactly. Neutral. I guess you just need to do it. That's more or less it. It is doable, at least. No idea like if you will get like assassinated for denouncing somebody. Codex, it was in Milan. Oh yeah, this guy. Already voted the wrong person. I don't know if I'll remember it the next time. How about this person? Conversation with Eve. Oh, that's very simple, my dear. I know exactly what I want from such a sweet flower. Grandchildren. She rubs her wrinkled hands together. I want beautiful babies and plus imperial cradles. Marry my son and you'll have my vote. Well, not going to happen. She has a son. How old is he? You don't even know his name. No. I'm sorry, but I'm not ready to make a decision about marriage right now. Then I'm not ready to make a decision about supporting you. The closest the connection. But it's just like playing like you have to play a straight character to do this quest. Neutral wall. Nothing we can do about that. I guess we can talk to the last person too, but surely that's not going well. Yeah, it is pretty spooky. Like why us? Like if you just want grandchildren, can't you just like get your son to marry like somebody else? Why us of all things? Let's actually explore the social network. Like if we just like denounce this person, is it actually good? Charlotte, Milan, Lorcas. It's probably actually fine to just denounce this person. Erlody, Krobus, Water, Raid. This is probably fine. Like getting like Krobus is the like weird cultist child. These others I don't really remember. Probably not much else we can do here. Thank you for stopping by. See you. I guess we'll just end the turn. Cinepart, Elector of the Imponderable. Okay, Lucamer is the other candidate. I hope we aren't going to get murdered. Yeah, we are not, so... There's nothing to do here, ultimately. Apart from maybe denouncing the guy. But it is like all the way here. There isn't like that much value to go there exactly. Groggy is pretty much like not worth it, yes. What was in Hero 1 anyway? Would be nice to get some of these. Maybe we can just stay and try the denounce thing. I have never done it. Let's see how the mechanics work. Or the jubilating. Like this was the thing we had before. We got murdered basically. I wonder if this matters, like if this angered people too. I think it's fine to leave Merkins last anyway. I think we will just do the same basically. It's like if we don't do the marriage, then we see Uh-oh. Whoop, I guess somebody got mad about that. What happened? You are taken by complete surprise when a member of the military drill squad suddenly turns to face you. An electric dart flies out. Okay, I guess we are kinda doomed. That's interesting, like last time we didn't get this in the Jubilee. Okay. Okay, we are kinda doomed, I guess. It seems that you need some kind of protective or combat skills to survive at this point. But like, I haven't even done anything particularly nasty. But it could be like the order of the guests or something. No idea. No idea. I guess we'll call it a day here. We got killed a lot. I'm not sure like what exactly do. Might have to like restart. I have died once at least. I might have to restart. Maybe I'll play like something else and then come back to this. I'm kind of curious to see how this actually ends. But it would take a lot of planning, it seems. Well. Oh well. In the previous times I was wondering like, why aren't we getting killed, but now we got killed a lot. But it was fun. It was fun. I wish I could have done the whipping quest, but I got whipped instead in worse ways. Oh well. But I have a bunch of other games that I want to play too, so I might have to interleave some in between. Then play this at some later time. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you. Bye bye.